Hey, what's going on, guys? It's White Gaming, back again with some more Generation Zero. I hope you are all having an absolutely amazing day. You bloody well should be, because we know what's here today, and that is the Landfall update. It is absolutely amazing. So many new things, so many new locations, but most importantly, some new machines. It's so, oh man, I'm buzzing. This is brilliant. The best update that we have seen in such a long time. Now, if you are a fan of Generation Zero, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. I greatly appreciate it. Today, what we're going to be doing is going over the new machines and what we know about them. So, there are three classes altogether, same as what we've got with our current machine. So we've got the prototype, the military, and then the Phoenix, and then obviously the Apocalypse, but they're more sort of DLC. With these, we have the Scout, the Soldier, and the Spetsnaz. So they are three varying classes of machines that go up in difficulty. We also have what is called the Lynx, which I'll show you that in a second, and we have the Wolf. You can see the back end of one of those just behind me now. If you watch my video from earlier on today, then obviously you will know what these already are. But they are pretty damn cool. And what we're going to do is go over what weapons they have from the base variants all the way up to the top variants. They are pretty similar, but they're quite cool. We're also going to go over a few spawn locations, so you know the best place to find these things. I've got some set locations, and then a few are just randoms that I've come across during combat. I'm currently in the process of working out the fastest way to also take down these machines, from the lower ones all the way up to the Wolf, and we'll see what we can do with that. Hopefully, I can find that and get that out tomorrow for you. We shall see. More than likely, we'll have it out by tomorrow, if not later on this evening. But stay tuned, keep that bell on, because we will have plenty of Generation Zero content throughout this week. One thing that I know a lot of people will ask is if they can be rivals. We'll go into a little bit more detail in a second, but yes, they can become rivals. I know that was asked quite a lot, and yes, they can, which is absolutely amazing. But one of the first things you'll notice as soon as you spawn in is there is a lot of stuff happening. There's gunfire everywhere, there's machines going absolutely mental, and that is because the Russians and the machines that we already have go nuts at each other. They hate each other, and it is so fun to watch them fight to the death. I have plenty of videos planned on making these guys scrap it out in certain locations, making certain types of machines fight each other, and see who comes out on top. So there's going to be a lot of that over the coming weeks. But it seems like, so far, our standard machines that we've got, they hold their own, they are actually pretty damn good. Normally they end up destroying the other machines. It tends to be the harvesters that do it, because obviously they just keep repeatedly spawning the hunters, so the wolves and the lynxes don't really have much of a chance, and they get their asses handed to them. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's still quite fun to watch them absolutely batter each other. So let's move on anyway. First things first is what we're going to do, go over the machines. We're going to start off with the Soldier class and then move on to the Spetsnaz class. These are the Scout class, which are the green ones. They are the easiest. They have the standard stuff that the Soldier class has. So rather than doing the same thing twice, that's what we'll do. I think it'll just make things a little bit easier. Otherwise, I'm covering the same thing twice for no reason, really. But let's see. Do you know what? Let's hang around for a second, see how this unfolds. I have a feeling that our Harvester boys is going to win. The good thing, though, is when this does happen, it seems like a lot of the machines don't really focus on you, so you can run around freely between everyone, which is actually quite nice. Just run around, have a little bit of a look, watch what's going on, and enjoy yourself. So the most important bit that everybody wants to know is the spawn locations. Now, it's pretty varied. I've gone for this one. There's probably more, but I've gone for the ones that I've gone to consistently and had machines attack there or just be fighting other machines there. There's quite a few locations. We're going to start off with the lowest one, which is in the farmlands region. This is where I've come across the Scout class primarily, and up this bit here and around this section here is where I've come across the Scouts. Normally they're fighting other machines. I haven't come across any on their own, and running around down this region I've not seen any, really. I did have one scout whilst I was fighting here come from this direction, but I've not actually seen any whilst I've been running around down there. So it's okay, it works out. It's quite good. And then over for the soldier class, all pretty much of the marshlands region is a really good spot. The best ones that I found are Graphamar, and just above here in the wooded areas, ANL 118 Farella, which is just up here, but there's a lot of combat through the machines there. Also spawning at this safe house here, the logging camp, all around it. Not every time, but I've had the lynxes sort of follow me or just randomly pop up, which is really weird. And then they've led me to one of the wolves, so it's quite nice. And then up in this region here, I've had a bit of hit and miss, to be honest. I would have thought, because this is where the trailer is based, obviously the lighthouse is there, and it was on this road. I would have thought there'd be a lot more here, but I've had a bit of hit and miss. Some people may have a different experience there. If you do, please let me know. And then up here by the safe house of Stenmeyer, there's always wolves just in the back section here. So over by this barn, you come out of here by the barn, I've always had the Spetsnaz class of wolves dotted around this section, and a lot of Spetsnaz class lynxes as well. And then finally over for the North Coast region, this place is really, really good just for wolves. I don't really see too many lynxes. I see the lynxes around this spawn here, the Litorps, which is by the windmills. I see the lynxes there, but over in this major area, unless the wolves have spawned the lynxes, that's the only time that I really see them. Now, there is a little bit of combat that goes on in the forest region between the Russian machines and obviously our current Swedish machines. I don't really know what to clarify them as now. I'm just going to call them the Swedish machines and the Russian machines. But there tends to be quite a lot of combat between the lynxes. I have yet to see, other than this section just here, I've yet to see a wolf. But I think the wolves that are in this section have either come down from the North Coast region, or they just spawn on the sort of edge and head into the North Coast region. But yeah, primarily on this section, it's just the lynxes. But the lynxes are quite fun. They're good to have a little bit of combat, and they are actually quite challenging, so I do like that. Now, one thing that you can take note of as well is, as you can see here, the mechanical unit. The Russian machines can also become rivals. Loot-wise, I haven't really seen all too much on them. Yeah, I've had 2 level 4 wolves, and I think this is actually my first Lynx class rival, but I've had 2 also level 1s and 3s, I think it was, of the wolves, but they weren't Spetsnaz class, they were just soldier. But I haven't really got any experimentals or any schematics or anything from them yet. So we shall see whether that changes or not, whether we'll get anything better. We might do. We'll have a look. So for our first machine, we will be looking at the Wolf Scout class. This thing is beautiful, alongside his little companion, the Lynx Scout class. So what these machines are is pretty cool. These little scout ones here, they've got like a rotating ball on the bottom, and then a chamber sort of thing on top that just sits there, and that's where your weapon systems will sit, which is really cool. Right on top, as you can see with this one here, this has got pretty much half an AK. It's Russian, of course it's got an AK. This is the same with most of the machines. Oh, wow. One of the other machines destroyed the rival. Oh, well, never mind. That's the same with most of the machines. So they've got either an AK on top, a flamethrower, or what it's like a mortar, but it's like a 3-round burst mortar, and it's very, very accurate. Now, the thing that really gets me with these lynxes here is the fact that they can run up on you really, really quickly, and all of a sudden you're overwhelmed. Obviously, the wolf here, round its back section, has a little pod which spawns 3 of these lynxes at a time. So it's a one-time spawn, but it spawns 3. For some reason, it always leaves 1 in there. I don't know whether that's a bug or whether that will get changed. I'm not 100% sure. But every one that I've noticed has spawned has always left 1 in there. Now, the weak points for these are pretty simple. It's, the weapons, the eye on the front of it. I'll wait till you can see the face of one. So you can see the face of one there. Right, just directly where he's looking at me now, that little black spot, that is the eye. So if you can hit that with a PVG, take them down. Pretty much one shot. It's easy. And then obviously these guys here, there you go. You see that little storage pod right up the top there. That is where he stores the lynxes. Now, they're pretty cool. Their arsenal mainly consists of a minigun and rocket pods. They do stomp on you as well, which is quite cool. But the damage from this one here, and the soldier class, I don't think is that bad. The things that really get me is the Spetsnaz. So they are the white ones, but we'll get over that in a second. We're going to look at each class individually. They are pretty similar, with a few weapon variations, especially on the lynxes. The wolves don't really have any different talents. They hit harder, and their miniguns fire a lot more often. So on these guys, I think the miniguns are fired once or twice whilst I've been fighting them, whereas on the wolves, they fire pretty much continuously. It's like a 3 or 4 second burst and then it stops. But that is our first class of machine there. I'm going to go kill a couple and we'll see what loot we get from them. Let's do that now. Let's have a quick look at this rival's loot, see if we got anything good from him. And no, nada. Oh, well, never mind. But obviously the machines fighting each other, it does help your cause quite a bit. Like I said though, with... Oh, wow. The minigun fired up pretty damn quickly there. It's almost a one-hit kill, the minigun. If your health is low, it will take you down. There we go. But if you can get some shots on the minigun and get directly underneath them, this part here is really sensitive right underneath. But it does involve a lot of sneaky. Oh no, I haven't got any medkits on me. That's not good, I forgot about that. Kinda need to heal. Penis. Adrenaline shot will work just fine. And then we will look at the loot of these guys here. See, it's not too bad, just a little bit of some ammo really. These guys I don't really think are worth too much when it comes to loot. They're a little bit low. You can get occasional, but I've always been getting sort of around the 10 mark. So it's not amazing, but it's something, right? Something's better than nothing. Let's move on and check out the next machine class. So next, we have the Wolf Soldier class. This guy is pretty damn cool. The difference with this one is the color is like a brownish, sandy color. And he hasn't got any lynxes with him. So that means his lynxes are still in his storage box. Now, weapon-wise, pretty much exactly the same as the Scout class. Has the missile pods on either side alongside the minigun underneath. Which, again, those are the weak points alongside the front section there. If you knock that front off... Oh, his head has already come off. Okay. So just there, you can see all the components. So those components underneath are very weak. So if you can get that big chunk of armor off that head, then that does give you a nice beating point on these guys. It's really good, especially if you can't get behind them and shoot up inside their drop pods. It does work really, really well. So there's some lynxes, which these guys are the same as the previous ones, but they do have like the rockets on top. So which I haven't noticed those on the Scout class. So as you can see there, the Soldier class. If you look closely, you'll be able to see there's the AK. I don't know why I'm using that. And then that one, you can hear the little burst. It's like a little grenade launcher. It hurts though. It hurts and it's very accurate. So you do have to be careful. There we go. He's just dropped one. What's he got on him? He's got the grenade launcher. So the grenade launcher does, it stings. It really does sting. Let's just heal up quickly, and then we'll shoot a couple of these dudes. See what loot we can get out of them. So once again, the eye on this one is the weak point, alongside the actual chassis, so around the back, where it looks like they're boosters type thing. But it is really difficult to get behind one of these things if you're already engaged in combat, so you've got to be careful with that. I do love that their combat, though, that they fight each other more than anything else. So if you have got a group of them fighting each other, majority of the time they will leave you alone. We've already got his weak points there. Let's grab his minigun. Oh! Didn't even see that coming there. These guys will take him out. There's enough of them to absolutely annihilate him. There we go, we got behind one. Cool thing about the balls as well is you can kick them around. It's quite funny. So there's that soft spot on the top there at the front. Oh, we're going to die again. This is really easy. Really easy. But then you are left with like a really mad amount of other machines. So let's have a look at the loot that these guys drop then. So we do get some attachments from them, I've noticed. I've not really got anything substantial from any of the Russian machines yet. Nothing gold. I think actually, no, I did get a gold magazine from one. But that was it. That was from a wolf as well. So a big boy. And he was Spetsnaz class, so the white one. But other than that, really, the drops from them aren't the greatest. Same as the little dudes. I always avoid I don't really loot them. So I'll kill them and then I'll just carry on running. Don't really see much point in looting them because they don't give you enough. Not really worth it. And if you're short of loot, then it is obviously worth having a go at them. But all depends. The Lynx Soldier class. Now, well, these things are beautiful. They're basically the little balls that you see dotted around. They drop from the wolf, which is also the fuck you, wait. So, the first one we're going to talk about are the little lynxes, which, this is the soldier class here, which is like the creamy colour, the creamy browny colour, and then the white ones are the Spetsnaz class. So, these balls are dropped by the wolf, which is the larger tank, but we'll go into that a little bit later on. Now, they're relatively easy to take down. The only downside with these things is there is a lot of them, and they surround you pretty damn quickly. Now, as you can see here, on the top, they've got the machine gun, which is a weak point, and then this bit here at the front, this like central bit that is over the ball, that is also another weak point, right there. So these guys are relatively easy to take out, and if you've got a shotgun as well, shotguns work surprisingly well on them. Just aim for this center panel here, and then when you're looting them, avoid the ball will roll away, just go for that main top component. Alongside those weak points, what you can get, is the ball itself, but you have to get it right underneath, so it can be a little bit of a ball ache to get to it, but it does work. It is another little soft spot that's relatively easy to get to, and let's go check out the next Lynx, which will be the Spetsnaz class. So the browny sort of colour ones here, I'd say it's a brown more than anything. They are the soldier class, which are relatively easy. They're the lower class, and then the white ones are the Spetsnaz class, which are the higher ones. So now these guys, the ball-looking machines. So for the Spetsnaz class, I've noticed we've got FMJ, Full Metal Jacket, 4-4, which is a bit of a ball ache. Obviously the balls, you can't loot the balls. You can push them around though, which is cool. But this top section here is where you want to be looting. I've noticed you mainly get magnum ammo and a lot of steel. You can occasionally get some shotgun shells and 7.62. It's very rare that you get a nice chunk though. It seems to be in the region of like 2 and 8, which is a bit low, which is quite stressful. So they're not really worth it for ammo farming, if I'm completely honest. You're better off going for the wolves if you want to go ammo farming and stuff. But they're fun to kill. They're a good challenge, a very good challenge. They're quite difficult, especially when there's a big group of them. Like I said, you start with 2 or 3, and before you know it, you've got 8 or 9. But rewards-wise, not really worth it. They're cool, but yeah, you won't make a living off of it. You will use a lot more ammo than what you gain by attacking these guys. And last but not least is the Wolf Spetsnaz class, which seems to be going a bit... Oh no, there's two, never mind. There's the Spetsnaz class Wolf. This thing is something to be scared of. This hurts, I think, more than a tank. Not... I wouldn't say it's on par with the Reaper, but it definitely hurts, and it stings. Now, these guys, they spawn quite rapidly, and there's normally a couple of them. I think I've only found one on its own once. I normally end up seeing them in twos. Whether that's just by chance or not, I'm not 100% sure. But as you can see, they are big, they are scary. I haven't got a better view on them, I will move around. But as you can see on the sides here, he has got a rocket pod. That rocket pod is, it hurts. And it's different to the other rocket pods that you see on the first two classes. As you can see there, it's just got the one. Whereas the other two seem to have what looks like is underneath the tank. Now, the weak points are obviously the rocket pod itself. Same as with the other machines, getting up inside and then underneath the hood at the front there, and then obviously the minigun. And tracks you can shoot as well, but I always go for the bigger parts. By the time I've done that, they're always dead. So the minigun, the rocket pods up underneath in that section there where the sticker is, and the main sort of hood. Let's take one down and see what the loot is like. Now, this guy has got his friends with him, so he's going to hurt a lot more. They haven't actually spawned the Lynx class yet. But the thing with the Lynx classes for the Spetsnaz are they hurt a lot more because they have flamethrowers. So imagine an Apocalypse Hunter times 2. That is what these guys feel like. They hurt. The weak points on these ones are the same, but they definitely hurt. And you see a variety of them as well. Let's see if you can use the flamethrower quickly here. They're not going to do it, are they? I want them to use it on me just so you can see how quickly your health drops. Go away, dudes. I don't want you. I want the flamethrower one. Aha, there's one. Ah! And the little cutter as well, which is a nightmare. So right on the front, you can see that they've got a saw blade, which pops out. So there's mines as well from the Wolf class. Similar to the mines that you see on the Apocalypse machines, but they have a trip laser on them, so you get closer. Sorry, you can go further away from them and still trigger them. Whereas obviously with the Apocalypse ones, and the minigun. The minigun hurts like hell, man. Really, really does. But now one of them's down the bottom anyway, so that's fine. Loot-wise, though, on these guys, obviously, other than Accelerant, which you can sometimes get on the lower class ones, I've never found it on a... Oh. There we go. I've never found it on a Scout class one, but I have found it occasionally on the Soldier classes. For all the Accelerant and all that kind of loot, I always come to these Wolves. Not the Wolves, sorry, the Lynxes, the Spetsnaz class. See, look at you. Did you see the health there? I don't know if anybody saw that, but it... Wow. Replay. See, look at you. Did you see the health there? I don't know if anybody saw that, but it... Wow. Replay. It just... They hit so hard. My health just plummeted to 0. Same with the minigun. The minigun hurts. I found like the best defense with these guys is to just get under them if you can. And go mad from underneath. Try and get up in their grill, literally, and shoot up into those soft parts. Obviously, their stomping is, like I said at the start of the video, is not that aggressive, as opposed to some of the tanks that we've come across and stuff. It's really not that bad. Oh, really? I've only got 30. It's not good, is it? Let's get behind this rock just for a minute and just rejig quickly, and then we'll finish taking him out. shoot the crap out of that. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get those soft bits. Same as other machines, though. Those blue sparks means that you are hitting the right components. If you're getting blue sparks, you're hitting soft spots, basically. But that goes with any machine. So if you're a bit unsure, you do see those blue sparks, keep shooting what you're shooting. Oh, the mines are coming. The mines are coming. Oh, shit, they're everywhere. I hate the timer on them as well. It's good that they beep, though. So you do have that couple of seconds warning to get out of there if you really want. Well, if you want to risk running into the open. Right, one down. One to go. I just want to see the loot on these guys. Just show you guys what we're working with here. So, there we go. A bit more than standard. Obviously... Oh. Really sorry. As you can see, pretty much what we get from a Phoenix tank, really. I think the ammo is a little lacking. You don't get as much, but that's good because it does make things a lot more difficult. So another variant of the Wolf is the one that you can see right in front of me. Now, at first glance, he does not look any different, but you can see he's shooting gas. So the gas is obviously gas is a problem anyway because it's gas. But if you look on the top there, that sort of, I don't know how to describe it really, but it's just a weird thing that's on top. I'm going to go into the church quick and we'll go up onto the tower so you'll be able to see it from above. It's quite cool. Now what this machine does is heal other machines, which is, it's amazing, right? This machine heals others. It is so damn cool. Honestly, it's mental. I'm just going to get the PVG out so we can actually see this thing here. So there we go, you can see it on the side there. And what it does, as you can see, the green sort of lines popping out of it. Let's wait for it to do it one more time. He should do it again. So this bit here. You can shoot these as well, these are weak points. Oh, that hurt. So there we go, did you see the green sort of lines coming off of him? That is him healing nearby machines. You can stop him healing by taking off those two, like, things that are on either side. They're like weird prongs. I don't know how to describe them, really, other than that. But you get rid of those, and you do stop the healing process, which is good. Makes things a lot easier for you. Now he hasn't got them, he can't heal his friends, which is absolutely amazing. And that is what we want, right? We don't want him to heal anymore. So now he's going to stand up and get into more of a defensive state. Now he can't heal his friends, which, you know, that's he's upset. He can't help anyone, and we're showing up and ruining all of his fun. Poor thing. Bless him. Oh, we've almost got him. Get rid of that minigun. He's now what we would call a sitting duck. We like sitting ducks, right? Let's go get him. Let's go finish him off. We'll finish him off, and then we will call it a day. So this one is definitely one of my favourites. It's my favourite machine. Oh, bugger. I keep forgetting to heal. I am not in a good place today. Boom. Got him. Easy. Now, what has he got on him? These guys do have a nice chunk. So these guys are pretty much the tippy top. And obviously with that healing power that they've got, it does create that additional problem of everyone that's around him is almost like impenetrable. I normally like to go for the lynxes first, but obviously he just heals everyone constantly. So you do have to be really careful with that. So for today, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me. Fuck you, what am I doing? What is wrong with me? So, for today... Oh, fuck off. So, that is it for this one, and pretty much everything you need to know about the new Russian machines. Obviously, I went over some of the weak points, and if a few people obviously figure out the best ways and the quickest ways themselves to deal with these guys, but I'm doing a little bit more testing, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll have another video out with the quickest and easiest ways to take these guys down using minimal ammo and taking minimal damage. But for now, there's only one thing left to say, and that is that I have been Wired, you've been awesome, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow with some more Generation Zero.